Bloody dog, look, made me burn my toast. No, it's not too bad. It's not the best start to the day. Good morning, good afternoon and good evening. You are tuned in to the beginning, my prep series. This is episode 4 and things have changed. Things have changed. So, last week I had a big drop in weight, nearly 2 kilos, so down to 80.8 kgs. Big refeed on the Monday and digestion wasn't great. Weight didn't budge that much, definitely got leaner, but the scale weight hasn't really moved. So we was down on Sunday a week later, so Monday today, 2 days ago, to 80.3. So a drop of 0.5, which is about a pound, which isn't too bad, but it's crunch time. It's the last 5 weeks of prep. So I'm like an orange at the moment that's been crushed by hand and the juice is slowly coming out. I need to get that orange, I need to chuck it in the fruit machine, the fruit crusher. I need to obliterate it, crush it as much as we can. So macros have changed slightly. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to sit, eat a bit of breakfast, then I'll take you through how my macros are looking for the rest of these 5 weeks. For now, things may change depending on how my body responds. But it's Monday, it's going to be the hottest day of the year, either today or tomorrow. We are looking at today, Monday in England, in the area I'm living in, or can be, the gym that I train in, highs of 34. So we're training around 10 o'clock. Hopefully we don't suffer too much in the heat, but it is what it is. We've got to get the legs done. Let's just hope we don't die in the process. Right, let's get this bit of food in me then. Okay, so what we've got here is 1 slice of fruit toast with about 30 grams of Fage yogurt and honey. 0% fat yogurt and 11 grams of honey with a black coffee. As you can see, bit of a difference from last Monday's feast, but that comes with the macro change, which I'll go through very shortly. The dog distracted me, so it's slightly burnt, but oh, beggars can't be choosers on prep. So here we go. Apart from the extra crunch from the burnt, it tastes real good. I better savour this. We're digging deep time. Right, I'll see you guys in a second. Time to get ready. Right, so we're down the gym now. Done the morning clients, we're just about to train legs, and obviously, as I was saying earlier, things have changed. Things have changed in quite a drastic way. So refeed days are no longer set at 525 on a Monday. They're sort of spread over 2 days, so 200 grams on the Sunday and 200 grams on a Monday, which is still obviously a drop of 125 grams from the original Monday session. We're then also now on the rest days coming down from 90 grams to 50 grams of carbs, but there is a slight increase of 10 grams on the remaining training days, which are Wednesdays and Fridays. The total grammage reduction, so in carbs, is 445 grams of carbs dropped throughout the week. So that is a drop in 1,780 calories. We've also, where I was having a refeed day on the Monday, the 5 grams extra of fat was put on, so 30 grams. It's hard to keep the fat low and the carbs high. Yeah, so, but that's dropped now that the carbs on the Monday have dropped. So I'm just going to let Ross sort of tell you his thought processes behind that and why that's come into play now. I compared myself to an orange earlier that was being squeezed by hand. We're now this, you know, reduction.
Going into a blender.
We're going into a blender. I'm trying to pulverise myself, but I'll let Ross just sort of take over.
So essentially, you have to stagger the diet approach because you're going too hard too fast, and suddenly you're going to be in a position where there's a very high risk of you not being able to adhere to that protocol. So Carl obviously went to Vegas a couple of weeks back now, or 3 weeks. Yeah, obviously, you know, ate a lot more than he was doing before. The appetite spikes. It's a nice little break, good for the metabolism. You come back and your appetite then peaks again. It's hard to get it under control. So that first week is kind of a little bit of a blowout. He really struggled with, you know, obviously trying to control the appetite. But he did very well.
At my base, I was over 200 or 300 calories.
Yeah,
every day.
Very well.
Yeah,
but so I used basically. Set up the low days and then that high refeed just to try and give something to aim towards, just to get him over that hump, and it worked. He was able to get settled back into the low days very well. You had the refeed, and then that cycle then continued for the week after. So your weight basically peaks after a refeed. You're going to hold a lot of water, and then depending on how quickly you clear that, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, you'll then go back to your new low weight. And that cycle will continue very nicely. You'll be able to lose consistently doing that kind of protocol. But now being 6 weeks out, he's had that phase to get him out of that sticky phase post-holiday. That's predominantly what it was used for.
Yeah.
But now we've got to go pedal to the metal. We've got to create an even bigger deficit. We've got to do things that aren't ideal, that aren't optimal, probably aren't particularly healthy, but that's bodybuilding.
That's the life of the bodybuilding.
So I've tried to set it up in such a way where it's somewhat mentally doable, and then maybe from there we could drop it even lower. I spoke to Carl earlier and do like trace fat and trace carb days, so predominantly just very lean protein, vegetables, and then maybe we can increase that refeed just a little bit more alongside that. Again, it's mostly mental, but it does have a big physiological
the other thing was where I was having the 525 grams of carbs. Obviously the weight fluctuation is quite a lot, the water retention is quite high, so now we're splitting it over the 2 days. There's less chance of retaining that water weight, so it's a more of a,
it's easier to see where
an accurate look on the physique, right? Yeah, definitely.
Like that cycle works really well. I'd advocate it for anyone trying to lose a lot of weight. You go with your 5 or 6 low days, your 1 or 2 very high days. Maybe you can play around with the low days a little bit depending on whether you're training.
Well, that's what it's been all prep, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And it's worked. You know, 32.7 kgs or 33.2 kgs I've lost now.
You'll have a higher chance of losing a lot of weight doing it like that than being consistently low. It's just, it's mentally an uphill battle all the way. But yeah, as Carl said, we're now trying to just analyse the physique a bit better.
Squeezing every drop out of me now.
Yeah. He's in for a rough ride, but that's the way it has to be, unfortunately. It just helps me kind of analyse his physique a little bit better, where he is in terms of fat, and I think probably as good as a refeed is mentally, and it can be used as a great tool. Sometimes the extra water weight that you can accumulate from that can maybe affect you mentally in a negative way in some ways as well. So obviously now he's a lot drier. A lot less food than him yesterday. Yeah, you know, he's feeling good and looking lean.
Yeah, it's good. It's definitely coming to play. So yesterday, that actually came to play. So it was 200 grams yesterday, and today is 200 grams. So obviously you saw what I had for breakfast. I'm now going to show you what I'm eating pre-training, and of course it's not going to be anything like episode 2 of the beginning, where I was on that 525 grams.
Obviously macros now.
Yeah, so it's not as exciting, but this is natural bodybuilding, true reflection on what it takes to get dice shredded for stage, and of course the end goal is to be on that stage and to not just turn up, but to, you know, really put a fantastic show in. So that's what I'm here to do. So what we're going to do now is eat and train. So next clip will be what I've got for food. But yeah, cheers, thanks for that, Ross.
No
nice
problem.
one, mate. Right,
enjoy your fancy macros.
Yeah. Right, here we go. This is the meal for pre-training. These are meant to be overnight oats, but I've had a little bit too much milk with them, so they're not quite soaked them up. But it is 45 grams of oats with 200 mils of almond milk, 20 grams of vanilla flavoured protein whey, 75 grams of grapes. We've then got this Builder's protein bar, chocolate peanut butter, which I'm really looking forward to having. 30 grams of carbs in this, so it's just going to give me that little kick up the arse. I fancy something sweet, and alongside that is my Monster Energy Ultra. So total macros for all of those 3 ingredients together, we have carbs 76.6, fat 18.1, protein 42.7. And we'll get this down us, and then we're in for legs.
Let's go. 1, push, 2, big quads on stage. 3, come on, gotta keep that size. 4, gotta keep it, come on, let's go. Drive, and it goes, come on. Big set, let's go. Up, nice. Come on, let's go, push, yes. One more, what do you got to do? Let's go. Everything you got. Come on. Nice. Nice brother. Woo! Nice.
So temptation is when the carbs are lower and stuff, is to mentally start thinking that you're going to be weaker, that you're not going to be able to perform as well. But you have to attack everything the same mentality of a winner, of an athlete. It's so easy to think, oh, I'm less food now, naturally I'm going to start getting weaker, but you can't allow that to happen. I say to myself, I'm as strong as I am. I'm strong now as I was when I was 113.5 kgs. I'm not letting myself think I'm getting weaker. That is how I'm maintaining onto the muscle. That's how I'm maintaining on the size I have. The intensity is through the roof. You have to go to war. The body's trying to break itself down. The body's trying to break muscle tissue down. I'm in a big deficit, but you can't let that stop you from pushing yourself to the limits. You have to really, really be accurate. When you do one set on each exercise, you have to absolutely crush it, to give it our all, our everything on that one set, to maintain the strength, maintain the size we've got. If you start cutting calories and then thinking, oh, I'm not going to lift heavy anymore, I'm going to start doing fluff stuff, you know, 3 sets to 12 or whatever, and not going close towards failure, I'll tell you what, mate, you're going to lose a lot of muscle. Yeah, especially naturally. We are natural. We need to push ourselves to the limits to hold on to what we've got. Whew. I'm very happy with that set.
One reps. Come on. Let's go. 1, 2. Stretch. Let's go. 3. Good. Come on. Come on. Up for it. Lock it out. Right. Let's go. Focus. Come on. Yes. 5. Got one more in the tank. Tight lock. Tight. That's better. Tight.
So something I didn't say last week is that the RDLs are partials. That's why the movement's quite short. Just trying to stay locked in on the hamstrings. And when it gets too heavy, we're going for full lockout. So I managed to grind that extra rep out. 5 last week, 6 this week. God damn, it's hard. Woo, let's keep going.
Back up to where we start. Let's go. 2. Come on. 3. 4. Good. 5. Good. 6. Good. Julio. Come on. Let's go. Right, now we work. Not more in there. Let's go. Come on.
270, up 10 kgs. Oh.
Let's do this, come on. I'm with you. Here we go. 1, good. 2, good. Let's go. Come on. Big set. Up. 3, good. Let's go, Carl, come on. Big set now. And down. Up. Grind, and go.
Comes in a couple of days until then we go
Squeeze to the top on it.
maybe something small. There goes love, change, singing we found love.
Push it right.
I don't really know what to say, but I can just figure it out and hope and pray. I know that my name is nice to me, isn't she handing me a call?
Halfway.
I already know she's leaving. Just from this one small act of time, it's timing. And if anybody finds out,
Seven.
drive home, but I don't want to fit down. We just
Go. Control at the top. Come on. Let's go. Good. There we go. Up.
So we're switching up the end of this session. I'm going to concentrate on 2 heavy sets on this dual hammer strength leg extensions. Really highlights the disparity in between your 2 legs, which is quite an interesting thing to see. Really hard, really heavy, especially heavy at the top of the movement. But yeah, getting it done, it feels good.
1. Power. Yep. 4. 5. Cancel. 6. 7. 8. 9. Good breath, good breath. Fractions. Nice. Last puzzle. Last piece of the puzzle to get the teammate. You got to the electric calves. Can't be that guy. Get him in, come on. Way down. We're going to go for 5 partials now, alright? Just do your best. Keep it moving. 2, 3, 4.
Alright, that's it guys, leg day all wrapped up. I'm probably going to do a voiceover for the actual session itself, but that went very well. It's extremely hot today, but we got through it. Actually performed better than last week. I think that's due to the fact that I didn't have to be up at 4 AM for clients. Sleep was a massive factor in performance. So the session was good, but yeah, the lower carbs only carried me so far. Yeah, I think the pendulum squat was a drop off by quite a few reps, but everything else before that was increased. So like I said last week, you always have to think of the knock-on effect of how you performed from the exercises before. So we're just gonna get some posing done and then head home.
Good, Carl. Yeah, twist. Nice. Cool, turn to your right. Lovely. Here we go, front double boy. Front lat. That's it. Perfect. Really nice, Carl. That's it, that's it. Put that weight through the front leg, get those quads firing at the front. You see the flickers. Awesome. Yes. There we go. Massive. Tight glutes. Nice. Tight abs, nice. Really good, Cole. Here we go. Nice. Squeeze it. Good man. Nice, Cole, looking good, mate, looking good.
So I am back home now. About to tuck into meal number 3, if you can call it number 3. Don't know if that slice of toast this morning counted as a meal, but it is what it is. It is extremely hot here. 30.5 degrees indoors. That's with the blinds shut, windows open, trying to get air through. That gym was, you know, real hot, much hotter than it is in here. It feels cool in here compared to the gym, so really pushed through that leg session, the posing. Got the job done, which is the most important thing. I'm now here now, about to tuck into this meal, bit of a carbohydrate replenish. We've got 195 grams of fire yogurt, 25 grams of raisins, 30 grams of Rice Krispies, washed down with a Coca-Cola Zero vanilla flavour. Cereal, Coke, the extreme heat. So yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this. I'm actually quite looking forward to this. Nothing hot that I've got to force down me. So yeah, that's it for now, guys. This is the life of a PT, trying to compete, staying on prep. Right, I'm gonna eat. I forgot the macros for the meal. Carbs 75.3, fat 0.8, protein 25.2. The fire yogurt is by far the best in terms of fat being incredibly low, but also protein being incredibly high. The downside is it doesn't taste amazing. It's not like amazing Greek yogurt, but it is so almost plain that it's good for mixing. So even for like making a chicken tikka sort of creamy sauce, it's really good for that. Or protein powder, as it's very versatile. There's a lot you can do with it. It's like a blank canvas. The blank canvas yogurt, the yogurt of blankness. But it gets the job done, and that's what matters. Right, I'm gonna finish my goddamn food. So a good few hours have passed now. It's got hotter. It's now 32 degrees. It's insane. I've resorted to putting Chicken Run on the TV because it reminds me of Christmas, and I thought it might cool me down a little bit. But all my work's done. I've caught up with all my clients. Video editing's done. So now all that's left is to eat some dinner. But to be honest, it's so hot. My appetite's not really there at the minute. But I will eat, because that is key. We have to eat. God damn it, my calories are low enough already without avoiding food. So I'm gonna eat. Also, we've got Morrison's food delivery coming. So the last thing I want to be doing is like heating my dinner up, trying to eat that, and then the food delivery turns up. I ain't about that hassle. So the dog is struggling a bit, but he's just passed out on the sofa there at the moment. So I'm gonna eat now. So here we go. Macros: 461 calories, 13.4 grams of carbs, 4.4 fat, 72.5 protein. Chicken breast, mixed veg. Chicken breast cooked in Cajun seasoning. That's it. Low carbs. Majority of the carbs going before training. It is what it is. Right guys, so the shopping's just come. I forgot to even vlog it all out on the table. That's what I was gonna do. So I'll save that for another video. But I will just quickly run through what we got, what's in the fridge, and type of foods that I'm eating at the moment. So up here we have all of our open stuff. Light and light mayo, egg whites, beetroot, ketchup, sauces, gherkins, which are fantastic when dieting. Then moving down, we have some like sandwich meats. The girlfriend sort of uses. turkey bacon, yogurts, protein puddings, coleslaw, all meal prepped food ready for the week. And then moving down here, juices, which I don't drink, it's my girlfriend. Low calorie jellies, potatoes, salads in the back there. Down here we've got loads of different jams that we've just bought. Great for like refeeds, zero fat, you know, high in carbs. Fruits, veggies, predominantly mushrooms and tomatoes there. Then another drawer full of vegetables, and then another fruit drawer. So that is pretty much it in terms of that. Meat wise, all of it's in the freezer that I get from the butchers. Then we have eggs, cheese. She has lactose free cheese. Majority of this is like low calorie sauces. I pretty much use all of them apart from this bad boy at the moment, which is truffle mayonnaise. Yeah, I definitely can't touch that. Then we have our nut milks, lactose free milks, Mrs. lemonade, then my diet Dr. Pepper, it's awesome. And we have some more egg whites, biscuits for the missus. So yeah, that is the fridge. I'll do a proper grocery haul, but just a quick little grocery haul. I'm not American, God's sake. So yeah, that was just a quick little look at what's in the fridge after the shop. So she's got some of her ready meals here, frozen yogurts, prawns, steak, her pizzas. Then I've got loads of these frozen bags of pollock, which is I eat. Frozen tuna steaks, then all the meats are in here basically. Frozen chicken, frozen lean beef, frozen lean pork. Then we have like a bread section, frozen bagels, and when I'm running low on fresh veg, you have frozen veg ready to go. Frozen packs of fruit, fantastic for smoothies as well. There's a tub full of frozen bananas. You freeze bananas, oh my god, put them in a smoothie, it tastes so much sweeter. So yeah, that's the freezer. So food cupboards, we have some tinned fruits, good carbohydrates, lots of tuna, pasta sauces, curry sauces, Asian sauces, sweet sour in the back there. Loads of different relishes, yeah, just trying to make my food taste as nice as possible. These are all low fat and relatively good on the macros. Then we have a bit of the naughty stuff, the old Biscoff and Nutella, great on a refeed. I have that in my porridge. You know, someone's been at that, haven't they? Not me. Loads of herbs and spices, pastas, crisps up the top there, my like fruit breads, snacker jacks and things I make low calorie bread with, packet rices, flavourings, just all that good stuff really. There's nothing extreme or crazy or out there, it's just good wholesome food and stuff that's going to make the food taste good. So that was like the quickest, briefest look at the stuff that we got. Yeah, hope you enjoyed it. This video is done now. I'm going to go for a dog walk. It's 8:15. I'm going to go for a dog walk, then that's it, bedtime, and we crack on. Tomorrow is a low day, so it's 1,000 calories, 50 grams of carbs, 125 grams of protein, 25 grams of fat. See you in the next one.